Good night. Aussie Bonsai Bloke here. How you going? Today we're going to be working on this coral bark maple, giving it a bit of a trim. But first I want to, I'm trying out an earbud which I use for work when I'm on the tractor or doing something in the paddock. And I'm trying out it with the mic, see whether the mic's any better than the camera mic. Because I know the camera mic's pretty crappy, and I've had a lot of comments about it in the past, and I agree it's crappy, but you know, at the moment I don't want to fork out for an expensive mic, so I'm just trying the earbud mic because I worked out how to use it on the camera when recording. So I'll just try it out this video, let me know how it goes, whether it's worse. Personally, I feel like it's very similar, still pretty crappy. But if it's the same, at least I could wear the earbud and then walk around and my volume shouldn't change of my voice. If I look away or wherever, it shouldn't change. Whereas on the camera, if I get behind the camera, it gets louder, then quieter when I'm up here. At least with the earbud, even if it's the same quality overall, the voice, you know, my voice should stay the same in the earbud. So in there, and then also if the sound is not loud enough, I can turn up the decibels on the phone as well. So let me know that. One, whether it's better or the same. Two, whether it's loud enough, because I can change the settings on my phone to turn up the decibels. Now at the moment it's on neutral, but I can go plus 12 decibels. So see how we go. Let me know. I'm also, let's go and do a range test. I want to do a range test. Also whether or not my lips are in sync, because it's going through the Bluetooth and through the camera. I'm not sure whether there's a delay on the sound as to the picture, so there's nothing worse than watching a video with the lip sync out. So let's hope that it's all good. I'll know on the editing that one anyway, but the rest, let me know. Just let me know what you think. Anyway, let's go do a range test. Just finished raining. Well, that's another thing. It's a little bit of wind out here. We'll see whether or not you get too much wind noise on the mic. Okay, so we'll do a range test. And as I get further away, I won't talk louder. Normally I talk louder so the camera can still hear, but I'm not going to have to do that. So I'm probably nearly 15 meters away now. I can step it back. So here we go. So this Bluetooth is meant to be a good Bluetooth. Sorry, I just kicked Leo in the mouth. Okay, bud? Sorry, Papa. This Bluetooth is meant to have a 20 meter limit. So let's see. You know, I think I'm well past 20 meters. I wonder whether it's still clear. Okay, so I'm well past 20 meters. I'll step it back. We're already at 20 meters there. Wow, that's 40 meters. So let's hope it's still on the mic. It could be gone back to the phone if it ran out of reception. Still says Bluetooth. Okay, so let me know how it goes. I'm going to keep it in during the video, and let's hope the lip sync's not out, otherwise it's going to be highly annoying for everyone that watches. Cheers. Okay, I'm just going to go and get a pair of snips. So it's going to be interesting. I don't have to shout back to the camera when I'm walking away now, so you'll be able to hear everything I'm doing over here. So if I go outside and swear because I'm angry, it won't be off camera now. You'll be able to hear it. All right. So got the snips, just checked that it's recording, everything's good. Actually, one thing I might, before I keep going, I might actually check the it's alright, Leo, he wants to go for a ride on the, can't even say the word, but it's been raining out there, so I'm going to wait a bit. I'll just check to make sure the lip sync's okay. Okay guys, so back to this tree. This is my coil bark maple. It's been on a few times. I got it as a plant in front of the house many years ago. Well, you know, 8-9 years ago. And it just sat in a pot out the front of the house. Got burnt in the summers but survived. And I thought it was starting to look pretty good, so I stole it off the wife and am slowly turning it into bonsai. So I gave this one, I think I gave this one a bit of a trim in winter or autumn. I think autumn even, so probably a fair while ago now. And you know, it's got long growth all over it now. You can see this crazy growth, and this is in no time at all. The internode length is really bad, so I'm going to have to cut it back to one bud, and that's where you should be flexible. Later on I'll show you a branch where it's cut, where there's 3 there, and I'll cut it right off at the very base and then show you. But this here is only allowing one internode and then cut. That's the second internode from where it shot from, and you can see how long they're already getting. So it's growing super vigorously, super healthy. That's okay. We'll get in there, cut it back to 1. Apparently, I don't know, I've never done it, but apparently you can pull the buds out when they first try and shoot, and then the growth that it gets a lot better. I'm not sure, never tried it. But anyway, because these internode lengths are very long, some worse than others. There was one that I had to cut right back to the base. Oh yeah, so what was I saying? To trim for branch division, you got to play it by ear. Not everything's the same. So here you got extremely long internodes, so you're cutting it back to the first internode. Now if it's something like a box or an olive, you can cut it out to the 3rd internode. So not everything's the same, it just depends on its growth. You play it by ear and just do what you think. So, you know, not everything in life is equal. And these things grow so fast that unfortunately you can only keep 1 internode, and then it gets too long. Even 1 internode's almost too long. Hard to see exactly where I'm cutting back to in here, but we cut away, cutting it back to 2 branches in every location. Now if there's 3, which most of them seem to have, we seem to got a lot of extra shoots, 4 or 5 from each location. Now if you've got all those extra, you can go through them all and choose ones that have a slightly shorter internode length, because they're not all the same either. Even every branch is different how much it's shot out. Very hard to tell where to cut. There's so many shoots in here. I might have to go into hyperlapse, because this is actually looking like it might be a decent sort of a job to do all of this. I thought I'd just be able to snip, 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 get the video done in 5 minutes, and have you guys pretty well live for the whole thing. It's not turning out like that. Might record, what I might do is I might record it, the whole thing, and then if I feel like skipping bits after, I'll just fast forward it when I edit. Maybe I'll do that. And if it doesn't end up taking too long, maybe I'll just keep you guys live for the whole lot. But there is a lot of little shoots all over this thing. So many so that by the time you chop off all the extra little shoots, there's not actually that many here that are going to help with the ramification or the branch division. So that's a bit of a pain. Got a bit more rain outside. I don't know whether you can hear that, but it's just starting to rain again outside. Not very heavy, but just a little bit. Seth, can you stay away from that motorbike, please? Otherwise he's going to start barking. If you go near the motorbike, the dog starts barking, and then, you know, you'll blow up your speaker on your TV. It's just so many shoots. I thought I'd be just wham bam thank you ma'am, but it ain't turning out like that. If you pull off a few leaves too accidentally in here while you're cutting away, it doesn't really matter. You know, these things grow so vigorously as you can see, that it's not going to be it's going to be a non-issue. But there's just so many little shoots come from everywhere in here. Well, at least we know one thing, she's healthy. We do know that. And also a few weeds, do some weeding while I'm here. There's sort of spindly little leaves too, shoots as well, quite thin, which is a bit of a pity. So yeah, I think some people's theory with these is that you pull the buds out when they first try and shoot, and then the shoots that you do get are a lot smaller, as in the internode length. Just cutting it back to 2 from each location, going through the tree. It's almost a job just hedging. I really feel like I should just hedge it and then come back here in winter when it goes dormant and then choose shoots, because it's so hard to see. It's frustrating when it's so hard to see. You can't get in there and you've got to keep turning your head, your neck gets sore. Just try and see what's going on in there. Unless you defoliate it, I don't know. Guess I could try that. Like I say, very hard to see. But we'll get there, don't worry. We're getting there. Even Seth got bored, he's gone. Yeah, I think I've only got 2 Japanese maples in my whole collection. I don't know much about them because I don't get to work on them very often because I've only got 2. So if you come here to learn some tips on them, well, I'm probably not the man to be showing you that because I've got no idea really. Certainly a different beast as far as how they grow. They're just long skinny shoots rather than short, you know, fatter shoots that a lot of deciduous trees have. A few weeds, do some weeding. Yeah, I really suggest if you want to get a fatter trunk like this on any of your trees, put them. You can either keep potting them up into bigger pots every year. Apparently they grow faster if you pot them up every year rather than like into a bigger pot every year rather than if you go and put it into a massive pot straight away. Apparently they don't grow as fast as if you pot them up every year. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the warmth on the outside of the container onto the roots, and if you put it in too big a pot and it's swimming in all that soil, maybe it's not getting the same sort of warmth as the outside. I'm not sure. Something to do with oxygen, don't know. But anyway, you can either do that or put it in the ground. Ground's a great option. It'll be interesting if this earbud does work. Who knows? But worth a try anyway. Like I say, I do want to get something better. I can buy a relatively cheap corded mic, but I don't know, the cheap corded mic probably get tangled while I'm walking around the table and all that sort of stuff, and then I've got to try and manage that while I'm snipping and stuff. Probably end up cutting the cord. They're relatively cheap. It's a bit of an option. And then it's hardwired straight to the phone. I did have a mic that I mounted on the phone or the camera, but I don't know, I found that mic to be very directional, and it was okay as long as I faced the camera and talked to the camera like that. But as soon as I'd look away and talk when I'm looking at the tree, it would really cut noise out so quickly that you could barely even hear what I was saying. And what was I saying? So you could barely, I was just choosing the branching and I got sidetracked and forgot what I was saying. So it was very directional, which didn't really suit me. I need something that can pick up noise all round, but get rid of that tinniness and the echoing from the shed, because I know there is a lot of echoing from the shed. But we're trying, we'll get there. Try a few different things. I might have to bite the bullet and get one of those mics. There's a mic I think that does Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or something like that. You have a pack in your pocket, and then that pack talks to a receiver which you plug into your camera. Oh, I just cut the wrong thing off then, bad luck. It has a receiver pack that then plugs into the camera, and they talk to each other, and that's how you get it. And I know that would be a lot better, but the ones I've seen are about 300 odd bucks. You'd think by now with all the Bluetooth earpieces and stuff like that, they would have a decent mic that you can just clip on and it just talks straight to the camera. That's, you know, very inexpensive. Maybe they do, but I did have a look 6 months, 8 months ago and found very little. Because I got a mic on this earbud. Why can't they just make a dedicated mic of better quality that you just clip on, talks through Bluetooth back to your phone, but at a really nice quality? So I'm not sure. So maybe someone can send me a link to a cheap one, if there is such a thing out there. Dedicated Bluetooth mic or something. It's got to clip into a C port as well, not a. Got to clip into a C port, because that's what the camera's got. How we going here? We're getting there. Oh, guys, got a bit of an announcement that I want to make. I reckon in future I'm going to start putting some viewers' pics in. I've been thinking about it for a while. I haven't really got enough viewer pics yet, but I thought if you guys send it to sdoecke@hotmail.com, I'll put the email on the descriptions, and you guys can, in the descriptions below the video, and you guys can send me some pictures of your trees. It'd be great to see your trees. Love looking at other people's trees, or any type of pictures. Doesn't even have to be your trees, you know, whatever. And we'll do like I don't know whether we do it every video or every now and then, I'm not sure, but I'd be happy to do it every video, I reckon. And do like viewers' pics. It'd be kind of cool to do. And a little bit more interactive. So that's a bit of an option. So send in your pics and let's put them up. My God, it's so hard to see in here. So many shoots, so many. We are getting there though, I'm getting them down. Get my iron. You have to almost get your iron in here to see what you're cutting. Wow, can you imagine a really well developed maple? They must be absolutely crazy to try and select all the branches and trim them out. You must sit there for hours working on them, just trimming away. Almost as painstaking as those juniper bananas. I love the juniper bananas, but it takes a lot of time to go through and select all the shoots that you want to keep and cut. Extremely long time, and I feel like this here would be something similar, possibly. Whether or not once it gets more developed they only shoot from the end, I don't know, but or maybe, like I said, that method of cutting the buds or pulling the buds out when it's young, maybe you only get the shooting from the ends then, I don't know, the ends of the branches. But I mean, there's just an absolute massive back budding and stuff all over this tree, which makes it bloody difficult to see what you're even trying to get at. Which is great, you know, to have all that options, but hard to see in. Like I say, you could nearly give defoliating a go beforehand, but I don't know. I heard that they recommend not to defoliate them now, only do partial defoliations. I don't know. Who knows? Getting another nice bit of rain. Already had our yearly rainfall average. And we've still got, you know, a couple months of the year to go, so that's pretty cool. My lawn's filling in better and better every day. Yeah, and we're pumping out videos, so doing well. A lot of stubby holders, they won't be far away. Got everything sorted out, I just got to wait for them. And then we'll be able to do some stubby holders. And I'll have to open up me, go to the bank and open up a bonsai bank account. It'll be small in funds and small in funds, just like the name, the bonsai bank account. And then we can organise the stubby holders. Not sure how much they'll cost yet. I'm thinking they'll be close to $20, to be honest. Quite steep, I know, but it's a bit of mucking around involved. They're going to cost at least $5 each. Then shipping's going to be expensive, I guess, and also you know, got to make a tiny bit on the side. I'm not sure if I can send them to the US or anywhere out of Australia really, because our shipping costs overseas are just ridiculous. I don't know how can you buy something from China, free shipping, even if it's $2, $3, free shipping. Yeah, I'm dead set serious. If I go and send a stubby holder to the US, it costs me $20 in just shipping. Australian shipping is just ridiculous. I don't know why it costs so much, but it does. So that would make it, plus the 20 for the actual stubby holder, it would make it $40 Australian just for a stubby holder. If you were to go onto a Chinese website and just look for a basic stubby holder, obviously not with my logo on it, but just a standard stubby holder, you could probably get it delivered to your house anywhere in the world for $2. Yeah, the custom one's about $5. That's fine, I'm happy to pay that. But the $20 shipping is just ridiculous. But anyway, see how we go. I'll do the first lot, and you know, if anyone overseas really wants one, we'll have to try and sort it out. But you're going to have to realise this, with our shipping prices, it's going to be pretty bloody expensive. And unfortunately Australia Post or whatever post is going to get most of the money. No one else. So that's pretty well it. I think we're nearly done. Not too painful. Not too painful at all, really. Very tedious trying to see in there. Probably be handy actually if I had it right up in the air, the whole tree, and that way I could look up into the branches so I can see where they come from. When you look down on it, all you see is a mass of leaves. Then you got to push everything out the way to be able to get in there to see what you're doing. But anyway, it's all good. I think we're pretty good now. Done around the whole tree. It's a weird little branch here. I'll cut that one off. I reckon that's about it. So until it grows again, that'll do for today, for this tree. So yeah, anyway, main thing, comment on the mic and send in your pics. So I'd love to see your pics. So I don't know what video number we're up to. One bloke was going to comment what numbers we're up to. We're doing 30 in 30 days. And he was going to, I'll give him a shout out when I have a look, but I forget who it was again. Bloody hopeless I am. I've got a brain like a sieve. Okay, so I'll give you a spin on the way out. I didn't really have a lot of energy today because I'm still getting over the big weekend and still feel a bit tired, but we'll be fine. Bit more coffee and another good night's sleep tonight, and we'll be ripping along later in the week, don't you worry. Alright, no worries. Rain's starting to get heavier now. I'll give you a spin of the tree on the way out. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your mates about the channel, and I'll catch you next time. This tree really is starting to get quite a good base. No worries. Cheers.